Hello and welcome. In this lesson we are going to remove all the pimples from the skin using the clone stamp tool. Hello and welcome to another Inspiration Clan video lesson. Today we're going to use a clone stamp tool to remove pimples from the skin. So we're going to jump straight into Photoshop, and what we're going to do is we're just going to duplicate this form layer. So what we're going to do is press Command or Control and J to duplicate the layer, and we're just going to rename this layer Pimples Retouch. So this layer is where we're going to remove all the pimples. Now to do this edit, you want to be zoomed in. You need to have a close look at the skin and see what it is we're going to be removing. What we want to do with the clone stamp tool is remove any larger imperfections like spots and pimples from the skin. In the next lesson we will use a patch tool to remove these sort of patchy areas, but this lesson is more about removing the larger imperfections. So let's go ahead and get started. First we want to select the clone stamp tool just here, and what we want to do is we want to come into our layer, zoom in. It's probably about right, yeah, about here is okay. You can use Control, minus and plus on your keyboard to zoom in and out nice and quick. So now with the clone stamp tool we just want to hold down Alt and sample an area on our layer, and then sample, and we just want to click over the imperfection. There we go. Brush size we're going to have at 20, and we want the hardness to be 0. So let's go ahead and remove the pimples from the forehead. So I'm just going to go ahead here and start removing those out. So you take your time with this, and as when you use a clone stamp in any of your projects, you should really focus on the lighting and how the image looks as a whole. So always zoom out, have a look, make sure you haven't adjusted too much and adjusted in areas that's affected the lighting. So I'm just going to keep going here. Don't be afraid to undo any changes that you do make that you don't like or are not correct. So you can see here there's some subtle pimples on the side. That one there, too bright. That's better. Again, so you just want to work around your image. Let's come down. I like to go from top to bottom on the images, makes a nice logical flow. So let's start removing some on the nose here. Inside the eye, too bright. That's better. On the skin. And you can see here, for example, you can see her cheekbone, so we want to clone areas around here and move them down. So you want to make sure you get the same makeup, same lighting. Again here. And you just want to keep working. Lots of subtle little adjustments to remove all the pimples. I'm going to go ahead and speed up the video and do the rest of the retouch. Okay, so that's looking good. What I'm going to do is just zoom out or fit to screen, so I can hit Control, Command and 0. That's going to fit to screen. And then I'm just going to turn the Pimples Retouch layer on and off, and you can see the pimples removed. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit and make it a little bit easier to see. So that's off, that's the original, and that's with the pimples removed. So you can see quite a big difference, quite an effective and quick result. Also, what I'm going to do with the clone stamp tool is I'm going to reduce or reshape this eyebrow here. When you're using the clone stamp tool, this is a perfect opportunity to make any other bigger changes that you would like. So in this case, just to show you, I'm just going to change the shape of this eyebrow. So to do that, I want to select the clone stamp tool again, and then we just want to clone the skin area around the image. Just turn the pimples layer on, make sure we're selecting the pimples layer, and we want to select an area around the image to sample, again taking all the lighting into effect. So I'm just going to come around here. I'm just going to clone that area in, make sure we create a nice blend with the lighting. That's too dark there. Make sure you blend it in nicely. You can turn the opacity down if it's easier to create a blend between the colours. Let's have a look before and after. And there we go. Let's just zoom out and just make sure we're looking good. So turn that on and off, and there we go. So that is how you quickly remove pimples from the skin, and also how you can reshape certain elements on the face such as eyebrows and eyelashes using the clone stamp tool. Thank you for joining us in this video lesson. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for learning with Inspiration Clan. I hope you enjoyed this video. To view the full course, visit our website inspirationclan.com. The link is in the description. For more free tutorials, like and subscribe.